I'm with Susan Kramer from the Liberal Democrats. We've had over 1,500 questions from job seekers on reed.co.uk, all of them concerned with employment issues. We've chosen 10 that are most representative of the questions asked and asked Susan those questions now. Carol from Bristol asks, what will you do to help the disabled and people with mental health issues find and keep work?
Carol's asking an absolutely crucial question. The first thing we have to do is have a change of attitude. I was a minister that's in the Department for Transport and, trying to bang heads within that industry to say, you have to stop looking at a disability as if it's something abnormal. It's normal. Having a disability, having a mental illness is something that happens to a normal part of the population. And everything that we do has to work for people who happen to have those particular issues at a particular point in their lives. Sometimes it's unpopular to use regulation. I would use regulation to make sure buildings are accessible, transport is accessible, people can get places. Surely we can provide government support to people who need a bit of extra help in the workplace so they can function. Maybe they need additional computer capacity, maybe they sometimes need a translator, maybe they need additional kinds of support. But it seems to me we ought to start from the presumption that we provide that because these are normal people looking to do the normal thing of going to work and earning a living, instead of looking at it as a sort of add-on extra. And changing that cultural attitude is crucial. I suspect the costs in effect are very low because you're taking people from not being productive to being productive, and you're taking people whose lives are filled with disappointment, and that leads to stress and illness, to being in a situation where they can achieve their ambitions.
Well, there have been improvements in the number of people who have disabilities who are in work, like 500,000 over the last few years. And in our manifesto, we put forward the objective to help 1 million more into work, because there are many, many people with disabilities or mental health issues who want to work and at the moment are not doing so, not able to. Mental health, of course, which is in this question, is critical, and it's a very central part actually of our manifesto, which talks about making sure that workplaces think about mental health first aid in the same way as you might about physical health first aid, and to make sure there isn't discrimination against people with, for example, fluctuating conditions. There is a lot more we can do with programs like See Potential that really encourages employers to think about the way they go about recruitment, the way they go about making sure their workplace is as inclusive as possible. I think there's more potential in those two.